You've seen it in videos, maybe even in real life. A cat takes a tumble, twists in midair, and lands perfectly on its feet. It looks like magic, or maybe a superpower, but it's not. It's one of the most incredible feats of animal engineering on the planet. So, how do they actually do it? How do cats defy gravity so effortlessly? The secret isn't magic. It's built into their bodies. It's a high-speed 3-step maneuver that happens in the blink of an eye. First, the head, a cat's inner ear, acts like a gyroscope, telling it which way is up. The instant a fall begins, the cat whips its head around to face the ground. Where the head goes, the body must follow. This is the crucial first command. Next, the spine. This is where the real magic of physics happens. A cat's spine is incredibly flexible, far more than ours. It uses this flexibility to perform a breathtaking maneuver. It arches its back, essentially twisting its front half and back half in a wave-like motion. Think of it as a spring coiling and uncoiling in mid-air, but the head is oriented. The body is twisted. How does it all line up? The final piece of the puzzle is the tail. Contrary to popular belief, the tail isn't the main steering wheel. It's a counterweight. As the body twists one way, the tail whips the opposite direction to conserve angular momentum. It's the same principle a figure skater uses to spin faster by pulling their arms in. So, in a fraction of a second, the cat executes this flawless sequence. Sense, orient, twist, and count. It's a masterpiece of biological evil. But here is the critical question this entire process depends on. Do they really always land on their feet? The answer might surprise you, and it's the single most important thing every cat owner needs to know. We'll reveal the shocking truth in the next block. So make sure you're subscribed with notifications on, because you don't want to miss this vital information. So, do they always land on their feet? The short and vital answer is no. This is not just a fun fact, it's a matter of life and death for cats. The right-in reflex is incredibly effective, but it's not foolproof. It has two major enemies: physics and complacency. First, physics. The reflex needs two things to work perfectly: time and space. A cat needs a fraction of a second to orient itself, and enough height to complete the full body twist. A fall from too low, like from your arms or a short shelf, doesn't give it that time. The result: it can land on its back or side, leading to serious injury. Conversely, a fall from an extreme height brings its own set of dangers, like maximum velocity. Second, and more dangerously, is human complacency. This is the real killer. Because we see these amazing videos online, we start to believe cats are invincible. We think, oh, he'll be fine, and we get careless. We leave windows open without secure screens. We don't think about the wobbly balcony railing. We trust a flimsy screen that a cat can easily push through. This false sense of security is responsible for a heartbreaking number of feline deaths and injuries every single year. The right-in reflex is a brilliant survival mechanism, but it was designed for the wild, not for our high-rise apartments. It's a backup system, not a guarantee. Relying on it is like driving a car recklessly because you have airbags. You're betting their life on a safety feature that can and does fail. So, The next time you see that incredible video, remember the reality behind the illusion. But what about the falls that do happen? What are the hidden, less visible dangers? Even when a cat seems to walk away unharmed, the internal damage you can't see is often the most deadly. We're going to break that down next. Stay with us. You see your cat fall. Your heart stops. But then he gets up, shakes it off, and walks away. You breathe a sigh of relief, thinking the danger has passed. This is the most critical mistake you can make. The real threat is often invisible, hiding inside their body, and it can be a ticking time bomb. The most common and deadly consequence of a fall is what veterinarians call high-rise syndrome. This isn't just about broken bone. The moment of impact sends a shockwave through their entire body. The chest and abdomen take the brunt of the force. This can cause a diaphragm to rupture, separating the chest cavity from the abdomen and collapsing the lungs. It can cause the liver to tear, leading to silent internal bleeding that can be fatal within hours. But the most immediate and severe danger is a traumatic injury to the heart and lungs. The impact can cause the lungs to bruise or fill with fluid, making it impossible for your cat to breathe properly. You might not notice the subtle signs at first: a slight increase in breathing rate, a reluctance to move, or a hidden cough. By the time the symptoms are obvious, it's often a life-threatening emergency. The scariest part? Cats are masters at hiding pain. It's a hardwired survival instinct. In the wild, showing weakness makes them a target. So, even while suffering from severe internal injuries, you're a cat might still purr, still try to eat a little, still nuzzle your hand. This false sense of security is a trap. It tricks you into delaying the one thing that can save their life, an immediate trip to the emergency vet. So, what are the specific non-negotiable signs you must look for in the seconds and hours after a fall? We're about to give you the checklist that could save your cat's life. Don't go anywhere. This is essential knowledge. So, your cat has taken a fall. The immediate panic is over. But now the real vigilance begins. Your job in the next 24 hours is to be a detective looking for clues of internal damage. Ignoring these signs is not an option. Here is your non-negotiable action checklist. First and most critical, even if your cat seems fine, you must get them to a vet immediately. Do not wait. Do not see how it goes. Internal bleeding doesn't wait. Tell the vet exactly what happened, the height of the fall, and what you observed. This information is crucial. Now, while you're preparing for the vet or monitoring before you can go, look for these specific red flags. First, check their breathing. Is it rapid, shallow, or labored? Are they panting with their mouth open? This is a major emergency sign of lung or chest injury. Second, check their gums. Lift their lip. Healthy gums are pink and moist. If they are pale, white, or bluish, it signals shock or a lack of oxygen. Get to the vet now. A painful abdomen can make them cry out when you gently touch their belly. Fourth, look at their eyes. Are the third eyelids protruding? Those white membranes in the corner? This is a sign of pain and shock. And finally, monitor their behavior. Any vomiting, refusal to eat or drink, or sudden lethargy is a clear signal that something is very wrong inside. But what happens after the vet? How can you prevent this heart-stopping scare from ever happening again? The final step is about creating a fortress of safety in your own home. We'll show you how next. So, the immediate crisis is over. Your cat is on the mend, or perhaps you're one of the lucky ones who got the warning before an accident happened. Now, it's time to act. Prevention isn't just a suggestion. It's your absolute responsibility. The goal is to make your home a safe fortress, eliminating the threat before it even exists. It's easier than you think. Your first and most powerful line of defense is window and balcony security. Standard window screens are flimsy and designed to keep bugs out, not cats in. A determined cat can push through one in a heartbeat. The solution is simple and non-negotiable. Install sturdy metal window guards or heavy-duty pet-proof screens. They are affordable, easy to install, and they turn a deadly hazard into a safe source of fresh air and stimulation. For balconies, use specialized cat netting that is taut and strong enough to withstand a cat's weight and claws. A fully enclosed balcony is a cat's paradise without the peril. Next, manage the interior. Stop thinking in terms of high surfaces and start thinking in terms of launching pads. Bookcases near windows, the back of the sofa, that shelf beside the balcony, these are all stages for a potential tragedy. Rearrange your furniture, move these climbing structures away from windows and dangerous ledges. Provide safer, designated high places, like a tall, stable cat tree placed in the center of a room, well away from any hazards. Finally, never ever rely on your cat's instinct or intelligence. They are curious predators driven by a chase, a bird, a sudden noise. It is not a lack of love or trust that makes them jump. It is their very nature. Your job is to outthink that nature. The riding reflex is a marvel of evolution, but your proactive care is what truly keeps them safe. It's the strongest instinct of all. Protect them.